Hello everybody! Infernape Shinjo here. My water bottle wanted to speak up at the same time. I don't know what's going on with that. But hello! Welcome to Let's Play Turbo. And I am here with Pokemon Black and White 3. Genesis, I suppose. So, I'm really excited for this one. I'm not even gonna go into sugarcoating or waiting around because I'm just really excited for this because it's in the Gen 2 style. I love the Gen 2 style, so I'm just gonna go into it. Oh yeah, that's right, this is based off of Crystal, so that's cool. Okay, the clock, it is 1:30. Not that it actually matters because I'm only gonna be playing this one time, but hey, it's still something. So from what I can gather, this is Bianca! Oh, that looks so good! I recently became the Pokemon Professor here in the Unova region. Azurill! Oh, that's cool because in the normal games, it's Meryl. So that's cool that it has Azurill instead. Would have preferred if it was a Unova Pokemon, but hey, it's something. That's why I became a Pokemon Professor. Okay, it still does look like the Gen 2 sprite, but I'm not expecting too much detail to go into this. And if I'm not mistaken, this is only a demo, so I'm honestly excited with this game already, mainly because of Gen 2 style. But yeah, I'm not sure how far I'm going to get into this. Since it's Gen 2, it might not be... Oh, there's no item. But since it's Gen 2, there might not be much to worry about. I don't know. Oh, yeah, that's right. Town Gym Leader. The Town Gym Leader Marlin was looking for you? What? My X-Transceiver. Oh, that's cool. This is literally Johto, but Unova. The day of the week. I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, I skipped right by it. Okay. Sure, it's daylight savings time, whatever. I know how to use the phone. Yeah, okay. Yep, gotcha. Oh my gosh, they literally go out of their way to make the soundtracks Unova. Isn't it peaceful living out here in the waves? Oh my gosh, these waves look cool. Hello. Technology is incredible. People can now modify games and share them on the internet. Yeah, weird about that, huh? Oh, hello. Marlon was waiting for you until just a few minutes ago. He got a phone call and just left all of a sudden. Of course, he didn't mention where he was going. I think he was headed to Route 22, but it's dangerous outside of town. There are wild Pokemon out there, you better not go after him alone. Oh wait, Marlon brought some Pokemon home with him today. He left them in those Pokeballs on the table. I'm sure he wouldn't mind if you took one with you for safety. There are 3 Pokemon here. Okay. Oh, these sprites look cool. No? I just want to see these sprites, honestly. Aw, Tepig looks cute. Okay. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm gonna pick Oshawott. And I'll explain why. And the main reason is... I started playing through the Black and White games, the normal ones. Oh my gosh, they even have a sprite. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. Oh, I can figure it out. I played through the Black 2, White 2 games maybe a couple of years ago. And I started with Tepig in that run. And now with this one, I'm starting with Snivy. So I figured with this one, I'll just start with Oshawott. I'm looking for this Pokemon. If you have Cleffa, would you like to trade it for my Magnemite? Okay. Okay, so let me look at Oshawott. Good old Jack. Okay. Berry, Tackle, Tail Whip. Ah, special attack in this game. That's cool. Alright. So I guess I gotta go find Marlin. Oh, I found it. I found Route 22. I can't get over how these soundtracks sound like Unova. Oh wait, Spooky Cave! They're talking about the Kyurem Cave! I'm pretty sure. Okay, this is cool. This is really cool. I'm vibing with this. Hello? This hill is high. You can just jump off these ledges to get down quickly. I'm not gonna try it. I want to see what they have here. Oh my gosh, this Patrat sprite is perfect. Okay, so can I get a water move? That'd be really handy. Alright, what do we got in here? Giant chasm. So, like, they'd have to modify the levels in here, surely. Yes, I have the package. I managed to snag it from the gym while the leader was away. I don't think the gym leader followed me. Hey, you! Get out of here! Forget what you saw here. What? What just happened? Was that somebody that gets a DNA splicers or something? Or do I don't know. What's in here? Route 23. Okay, so there's nothing to do here so far. Stop, ahead lies to the path to the Pokemon League. Oh yeah, it is. Alright, so I'm here now. Hello? Stop bothering me, I'll battle you when I'm finished. Okay. Okay, so I can't go that way. Lacunosa Town. That's cool. There's a mart. There's a center here, I believe. Is that? No, that's the mart. The center shouldn't be too far away. There it is. Hidden grottos. Huh. I'm gonna have to check for hidden grottos now. Still not seeing any grottos anywhere. Oh crap. Well, lousy time for the bridge to be out. What, you again? I told you not to follow me. I guess I'll have to teach you a lesson. I didn't want to battle you. If I would have known this would happen, I wouldn't have... Infer? Huh. Does that mean she's gonna have... Oh. Thought she'd have a fire type. Well, this is gonna be... hopefully not painful. So somehow it all worked out, and all I had to do was just put the barrier on Oshawott, and somehow I still managed to win. Alright, so I got to level 7. Oh, thank goodness, I finally have some stab. So who is Infer? It doesn't matter. The package wasn't what I was looking for anyway. You can have it back. It's useless to me. My name is Infer. Remember my name. I'm going to be the strongest Pokemon trainer in the world. Okay. Is this Marlin? Hey, that was some battle. Sorry I didn't step in earlier. I saw you battling and I wanted to see how you would do. You're a natural Pokemon. Oh, that reminds me. I'd ask you to meet me today. I thought you might make a good Pokemon trainer, so I asked the professor to send some Pokemon for you to choose from. Looks like my hunch was right. Oh, my package! The girl ran off with a package from my gym, so I took off after her. Looks like you managed to get it back. Go ahead, open it up. Oh! It'll keep track of any Pokemon you come across. The professor sent it along with the Pokemon. Wonder what that girl could have wanted with it. Yeah, that is a good point. Pokeballs? Yup. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know how to use Pokeball. Oh no, don't tell me about Undella Town. That's giving me flashbacks. Even though I never experienced it myself, but you know, whatever. It's funny because of the meme. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I got an antidote. I'd probably rather just stick with the mons that I have. Because I'm only going to be playing this game one time anyway. Adorable Lillipup. So it doesn't really make sense for me to add anything else to my team. Plus, I don't exactly know what's going on my keyboard that I can't see the text that I'm on. But, yeah. Oh. Professor Bianca, how'd you get my number? Hi, this is Professor Bianca. I see Marlin gave you the Pokédex I sent. If you want an update on your Pokédex progress, give me a call. And if you're ever near November Town, stop by for a visit. Good luck! Aww, that's adorable. She called because she maybe cares. I should heal. So I have no idea how to get anywhere. I guess that's the perfect opportunity for me to talk about Black and White. Both the games and the anime. I don't know, like, the overall consensus as far as the games. Like, I know that people weren't big fans of the anime for sure. But I think the games at first weren't... I think they were kind of like meh. People were kind of mid on them. but now people like to talk about Black and White. I don't know how that makes sense, but I guess it's one of those things where it's something that's kind of older at this point, so people like talking about it. I don't know exactly how that works, but it does. But overall, I'd say from the games, it's like very refreshing because you start in Black and White with, oh, that's right, I go this way. But you start Black and White with your rivals being Sharon and Bianca, and then in Black 2 White 2, you get to see them actually grow, and Sharon's a gym leader, Bianca's a professor. It's just all cool to see because it shows the development, and Hugh himself is a really cool character and a cool rival. Especially helps that in the special that they had for the games that Sean Schemmel provided his voice, so that certainly helps. So with all of that being said, I'm not only going to be talking about the games, but I'm also referring to the anime. I know that the anime itself is kind of a hot topic amongst people, that it's just one of those things where the Black and White anime wasn't that good, right? Because, I don't know, Ash downgraded or whatever. I mean, it is true, but like, I don't know. At the same time, it is still kind of a, I don't want to say a dumb argument because I can see merit in it. Because like, in Sinnoh, Ash is actually very competent. But they just get rid of all that progress in Black and White. So I can see why people were upset with that. But at the same time, the only things I hear people talk about with the Black and White anime, as far as it not being good or whatever, is Ash's battle with Elisa. And Ash's Pikachu losing to a level 5 Snivy. Like, those are the only two arguments that I ever hear on why Black and White are bad. I'm not going to excuse those two things because at the same time, it is kind of odd, both situations. But like, if those are the only two arguments that you have, then I don't know. I guess at the same time, there's also the Decalar Islands, which is certainly just filler. But overall, I really enjoy Black and White. Not sure if that's an unpopular opinion. I feel overall it probably is because people love to bash Black and White. Although at the same time, I really liked it. I feel like watching the dub of it certainly helps because having voices like Eileen Stevens being Iris and Jason Griffith being Silent, they really got into their roles and really played it up for a very comedic effect. And at that point, I feel like Sarah Natacheni was getting used to voicing Ash because Black and White was, well, not the first full season. Sinnoh was the first full season that she voiced Ash, but then Battle Frontier was still kind of a training point for Natacheni, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, at the end of the day, it is only just my opinion that Black and White is good, but I don't know. I figure I'll take this opportunity since I'm playing a Unova-based game to talk about the Unova anime. And overall, it was just a fun time. Sure, it wasn't the most serious, but like, when has Pokemon ever been super serious? Like, you literally have Team Rocket. And actually, that's another thing with Black and White that people talk bad about. The Team Rocket started being more serious at the start, but then they just didn't. I don't know. I feel like at the same time, it would have helped a lot if they would have went through that Team Plasma versus Team Rocket arc that they were planning. Because apparently there was going to be something with the Desert Resort that was actually going to be like an arc or whatever, or at least multiple episodes. And that actually introducing the evil team of the region, would be really cool. I think they didn't do it because of real life events or something. I'm not entirely sure why. But yeah, if they would have done that, that would have been really cool. Although at the same time, I am probably a lot more really keen on Unova since I'm like heavy into Unova recently. Like I said, I'm playing through the original Black and White games. And also I started watching... Oh, what's the name? Zonalith. The channel Zonalith, talking about how they would rewrite the Black and White anime. And it's really cool to see. It's been out for maybe a couple of months since the first episode. It's really cool to see because it shows different people's perspective on how they feel the anime should have actually went. Also, I love the lag when I walk upstairs. Is this the right way? I guess it is. There's nowhere else to go. Oh, hello. Hey, Shinjo. I'm sure you got a taste of Pokemon battling on the way here. By the way, there's a contest for Pokemon trainers being held on Route 14, just south of town. There's a prize for anyone who can beat all the trainers there. It should give you some valuable experience. Once you do, you may even be ready to take on my gym. The Marine Tube here in town continue back to Hammerlock City quickly. Okay. Honestly, I'm down. Where is it? Route 14, I found it. So where's the contest thing? Beat the 5 of us trainer to win a... It's the Nugget Bridge! Oh my gosh, it's literally the Nugget Bridge! Dude, I'm down. Oh, I love how they have different trainer classes and different sprites and all that. This is really cool. While I'm battling these trainers, what else can I talk about with the Black and White anime? I already talked about Ash, Iris, and Silent. I guess the rivals are certainly a mixed bag. Overall, they're kind of enjoyable, in a way to put it. Like, I mean, I feel easily, well, I don't want to say the worst. That's a bit harsh. I would say the worst in execution is probably Virgil, in my opinion. Oh yeah, by the way, for anybody that hasn't watched the Black and White anime, if for whatever reason you're planning on watching it almost a decade after it was out, fair warning that I'm going to be spoiling stuff in it. But Virgil's execution was just kind of weird. Like, Virgil comes in, and it's just like, oh, I'm training all of the evolutions. Which, in a weird way, doesn't make any sense, because you can't have all the evolutions on the same team, even in Gen 5. Because there were 7? I guess 8 if you want to count Eevee. But it's just one of those things. Virgil's introduced, and I don't know how many people thought at that point, but it's one of those things where, okay, Evolution episode, they have one like almost every series, so that makes sense. But then he comes to participate in the league, and he literally wins the whole thing. And they don't really build up Ash facing him, but like, it would have been cool to see that, but they just don't. Oh my gosh, this jewelry sprite is adorable. But I would say Virgil is just the worst one out of the group because he was introduced super late and he just won the whole thing. Kind of like Tyson and Harrison from previous series. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Cameron. Honestly, I like him just because of a guilty pleasure sort of thing. But I do admit that Cameron being introduced late as well certainly doesn't help situations. But I would say the two that I would actively despise as far as the rivals go. I would say the two that I actively despise as far as rivals go is probably Virgil first, just because of how he was introduced. Cameron, I don't really mind as much, but I know that there are people that don't like him. But then, who else do we got? We got Bianca. Bianca's in this game, obviously. I really like Bianca. The fact that they actually have her from the start introduced is really cool. Although at the same time, it is a bit weird that there's so many Pokemon that overlap with Ash's. How in the anime, Bianca has a Pignite that evolves into Emboar, and Ash has a Pignite. Snivy is owned by Trip. Ash has a Snivy. Cameron has a Samurott. Ash has an Oshawott. So it's just a kind of weird thing that all of Ash's rivals, regardless of how big or small they are, each one of them had a starter that Ash already owned, so it just seemed kind of redundant. Like, I would have been fine if Bianca's ace would have been a Minccino that evolved into Cinccino, but that's just my opinion. But overall, as a character, I really like Bianca. The fact that, I don't know what it is I like about her. I'm not sure if it's the design or just the aesthetic that she gives off. I just really enjoy it. And at the same time, in the dub, the fact that Bella Hudson provides her voice is really cool, because it's kind of hard to imagine a character that is super clumsy, runs into people all the time, loses track of things, is very messy, to be voiced by the same person that voices Akiza, but somehow they made it work. And it's one of those things where I now associate that voice with either Bianca or Akiza, because those voices sound super similar. And then we got my boy Stefan. I would say out of the group of Unova rivals, that Ash had at least. Because, Iris and Silent had rivals, but they weren't really that major. Like, Georgia was there, and the fact that she was just, like, so over the top with wanting to defeat dragons was just funny to see. And it did provide a sort of straight man sort of angle with all the weirdos in the series. Best way to put it. But then Georgia was enjoyable to watch. Wish they would have developed her a bit more, because they showed her as basically the counter to Iris as far as Ice versus Dragon. But at the same time, the only Mon that she had that could fight against dragons was a Beartic. And I think that was the only ice type that she had. Like, she had a Bisharp. No, she had a Pawniard even. I don't think she even had a Bisharp. I would have liked it if they would have, with a case like Georgia had a Pawniard. She didn't even get a Bisharp, I don't think. But it would have been cool for her, even if it's a Mon that isn't an ice type normally. It could learn ice type moves. Like, okay, I don't think Bisharp can learn any ice type moves, but with a case of a Mon like, I guess Oshawott, for example, is a good example. Say she has a Samurott. That's kind of unusual because it doesn't necessarily handle ice types, but it can learn Ice Beam, for example. It would be cool if she had something like that, where regardless of the Mon, if it learns an ice move, then it's good. Although at the same time, it is one of those weird things that if her whole focus is just having Mons that can defeat dragon types, then it becomes kind of one note. But on the note of that, we also have, what's her name? Burgundy. Burgundy was an interesting one because I noticed that a lot of the Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh series overlap, but it's like how I consider the 5Ds anime and the Sinnoh anime my two favorites, because both of them came out around the same time and I watched both of them in high school. So it's just one of those things where I consider those the same in a way, much like how Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal and the black and white anime, people don't like either one of those. So the pattern does kind of work in that sense. But at the same time, it works in another way because they had a lot of the same voice actors and actresses. Like, the character of Yuma Tsukumo from Zexal, he's voiced by Eli J. or Eli James, I can't remember which one. But he also does the voice of Silence Pansage. Then you have Silent himself. He's voiced by Jason Griffith. Jason Griffith is the voice of one of Yuma's friends in the anime. And then, oddly enough, Iris and Tori, both female leads in their respective shows, are both Eileen Stevens, which is hilarious. And then, well, Mark Thompson's in both of those, but they're a well-known voice actor anyway. But then you have Bella Hudson. She's Bianca in the black and white anime, and Kathy Catherine in Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal. But yeah, I don't get all the slander with black and white or Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal, but I guess I'm not really talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal here. But I just don't get the slander. It's a really fun anime. I do admit that it has some problems, but overall it's not as bad as people say it is. And back to what I was saying earlier, I think out of the group of rivals, Stefan's my favorite just because he's voiced by Maximilian Pegasus to start. And second, he's just a fun character. And the fact that he's kind of the butt of the joke most of the time with people pronouncing his name wrong, it's just funny to me. And the fact that he actually gets development in that Club Explosion tournament is cool as well. Alright, what's this egg doing? Okay, it still needs more time. Okay, so I'll probably just have to cut it and then come back when the egg's ready to hatch then. Alright, the egg's finally ready to hatch. So, predictions. I have a Unova poster right up here on my wall. I literally have no idea. First guess is Vullaby, just because it looks like it's wearing an egg already, but since it's in the wild, probably not. Second guess is Minccino. I have no idea about that one even. But my guess I'm going with is Scraggy, because Ash is hatched from an egg. But that's literally just a guess. I don't even know if it's a Unova Pokemon. Of course it is! Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be a Riolu? Oh, I just realized I can actually see where I'm at on this keyboard now. That's cool. Of course it is! Why wouldn't it be a Riolu? Thank goodness I have this. Well, I don't know what I would have done without hatching this Riolu. And to think, I wasted at least 7 minutes of my life trying to hatch this thing? Maybe 8? I don't know. I lost track of time. Okay, so I got a Riolu. Not gonna use it. Actually, I'm not gonna use any of these mons because the episode's over. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about everything in general. Do you think the black and white anime is justly hated, or do you think that it's actually pretty good? I admit that it's pretty good, but that might be more of a guilty pleasure thing, and at the same time, it might have been how it was when I grew up, that I just watched it because it was new. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't. If you have any recommendations, leave them down in the comment section. I'll see you next time. Momentai.